for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, 250. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie six-rounder from Maryland. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing a Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ben Gideon. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rip right. Check. Through. Crouch. Check. Throw.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Hey, can't. 42. Hey, box drop. Max 42. Let's go.
Third and long for Cousins. Flush to his right. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Under 2, 10.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Kill. Leave it. Bring up 48. Wide. Get wide. Hey, flipper.
They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Slam. Hey, can.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and goal. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's third down. Back to throw, Stafford. screenplay. Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Anthony Harris on the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got 4. 180. Easy.
From the 38, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch safety creep. Hey, flipper. Safety's creeping.
Good route here.
Joker. Gun. Get him. You got him. Check Mike.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Focus, defense, focus. Rhino!
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Your trip is here.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, Steamer. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Devon Kennard. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
That's what I'm talking about. We go tap. Red 80. Check me out.
A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, Ringo, black. Come, know your job. Slam.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Leave it, Ringo, 48. Hey, Orbit. Mike 42, check, Mike 42. All day, dog. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Lucky 48. Let's go. Kill. Greystone, travel. Hey, Steamer. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
50 Hey, can. Buzz. 51 the mic, boys.
Now Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Agnew now to return. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gun. Motion. Wide. Bravo! I got you, son! Hey, no, easy!
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Gun. 42, Mike 42. All day, baby, all day. Mike 42. Through. Pass.
To throw is Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, Jones has it. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
We got this. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Cook with a grab. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Smooth.
A second down run for Abdullah. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go. Check 55 to mine. Check 55.
In your face.
Spy.
Cousins from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
300.
Let's bring it.
Say. Kill. Check 13. Check 13. Tight dog. Check.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And he's able to find Diggs. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And they got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe... Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Ben Gideon able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Joe. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Marvin Hall, 36 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Prater for the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. First down, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
Marvin Jones, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 60 yards, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 68 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try to finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Following the interception, Cousins. He goes underneath to Abdullah. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
First and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Abdullah. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hey, exit. Mike 40. Check Mike.
To throw, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The Skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got beef. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 bills a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and in my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all